The rationale for the delay was that we understood that there was a technical problem. We didn't exactly know what that problem was. So until we could understand more clearly what the issue was, we needed to carry out all the relevant tests and look into as much as we could. We were very conscious that if we started to make statements that weren't accurate, it would just send more, cause more chaos. So it was much better to establish all of the facts, and history tells us that it's better to have all of the facts before you make statements.
So can you explain why the first 9 races were a 10th a second out and the last 3 were not?
It's set out in the statement. There was the starting mechanism was not correctly configured. That was realised early in the session, but we didn't know exactly. We realised that we had a problem. We didn't know what the root cause of the problem was, and it was identified after 9 races that it was the starting mechanism. We didn't know what, and then it took us. We were working here until 1:30 this morning. We were back here at 7:30. And it took us until probably about 10 o'clock to understand. Then we had to go through all of the proper protocols to ensure that we were sufficiently robust and to ensure that there was absolutely no uncertainty, bearing in mind that one of the times recorded was a potentially a world record.
So I'm just getting this straight. After 9 races you realised there was a problem. You put the problem right, but you didn't inform anybody of that until today.
Correct.
Next question, please.
Can I also ask, is there going to be a problem now with Adam's world record? Because obviously we would like that ratified.
We will be submitting the record application for the world record to FINA. It will be signed by the referee. It will follow all of the usual protocols, and we have absolutely, providing it meets all of the relevant criteria, that in the usual way it will be approved. Absolutely.
So you don't really foresee a problem?
No. We cannot foresee that there will be an issue in relation to the recorded time, which is the very purpose of this press briefing.
Any question?
So how did you know it was 0.1 out? I mean, I don't understand sort of like the jump from, how that actually came about, that actual amount of time.
Okay, so when the starting mechanism is configured, there are 2 configuration settings. The default configuration setting has a manufacturer's standard which has a delay between the start and the starting signal being given and the start of the timing mechanism. The timing mechanism that we use is not just swimming specific, it's a multi-sport timing equipment, it's multi-sport starting equipment, and one of the settings within that timing system, the starting system rather, is has a default setting of 0.1. And I think I can confirm that this has occurred at a previous event, not a LEN event, but has occurred at a previous event.
Do you know if it occurred at such a high level then?
In talking to teams today, we understand that yes, there have been other events where it has occurred. It has never occurred at a LEN event, no.
So I'm talking Olympics, Worlds, Europeans, Commonwealths, that type of level. I've never heard of it, and I've been involved in the sport for 40 years.
Technology moves on, and equipment moves on, and this was a setting. It was a new factory delivered piece of kit, and we don't want to go into who didn't. It's just, this has happened. It's extremely unfortunate. We in a spirit of true transparency, we have held a team leader meeting in this room with representatives from in excess of 40 nations. They listened to the statement, they asked us questions. These are representatives from all of the teams. At the end of that session, which probably lasted about 18 minutes, one team leader stood up and congratulated Len for being open, transparent, honest, and said that it was extremely refreshing in sport to have such honesty and openness. And subsequently, a number of other team leaders also thanked us. They said, to be perfectly honest, one team leader from the floor said, "You could have just tried to cover this up." And we said, well, why would we? This is European Championships. We want to ensure that all of our times are accurate, and that's what we've done, and that's why there was